Greetings, pilots and passengers. In this episode of the Dare to Talk podcast, I am joined by brand YouTube creators Denty and Shaz. They run a wonderful reaction channel on brand YouTube where they react to a range of content from entertaining and funny to more serious content that does need to be discussed, including videos on Jeffrey Epstein, Pizzagate, and so much more. Today I asked them about their journey on brand YouTube and the future of their channel and the state of the world. Now, let's fly into today's podcast. I was going to just sort of ask you about how you actually got started on BNT. Could you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I've been talking, I said to Shaz, I came up with the idea for like a reaction channel just to react to stuff like bloopers and, just funny stuff or stuff that we'd seen on the news or just a generic reaction channel like you see on, or like you saw on YouTube. And we started doing that, didn't we, with our old antiquated computer. And, we picked up about 10 or 12 followers on YouTube in that. But then the first, 2, 3, 4 videos that we did, YouTube took them down. Now, there was nothing offensive or, hateful or anything like that in there. They were purely innocuous. Our first one was news bloopers. Our second one, I think, was a fails video. I can't remember, but the first 4 videos were just, one of them had "Oh my God" in the thumbnail, and they banned it for that. They took it on for that.
Oh my god, wow.
We appealed on all of them, and they all got put back up. The appeals were all granted, but we kind of looked at each other and we thought, is this going to happen for all of our videos? So I can't remember who actually turned us on to BNT. We could have just, I really can't remember how we discovered it, but we discovered this new channel and we thought, well, why don't we upload our stuff to there instead of YouTube? There won't be as many people watching it, but we can kind of start at the bottom and build up from there, and hopefully it will become more popular. So that's how we got started. And then we put out videos and videos and videos for YouTube, and then we kind of got started watching content. I think the first thing that we reacted to that wasn't just an ordinary generic thing that, most reaction channels react to, the first one we did was Andrew, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was the first one we did. And then we did a video of a Syrian girl who is also a Rhodium channel member on YouTube. I'm not sure if she uploads that much anymore, but we did her a reaction to her video, Who Killed Jeffrey Epstein, which if you've not seen that video, Emily, go and watch it. It's brilliant. It's only 10 minutes. It's a very short, very sweet, but very detailed analysis of the Jeffrey Epstein case. It's brilliant. So that's kind of what got started. And then we thought, well, we could do, carry on doing the fails and stuff, but this is more important. So we started, each video we did sent us a little bit more down the rabbit hole, didn't it?
Yeah.
So would you say that was sort of starting your awakening journey, so to speak?
Kind of, yeah. I mean, I'd always known something was off. I'd always known, we both knew there was something off about 9/11.
Oh, yeah.
And as we've said on previous chats, I'm quite familiar with the JFK assassination, also with the Profumo affair, which we've spoken about, Watergate, a lot of American history I'm quite familiar with. So I kind of always knew that something was off, but it has never been more prevalent than this year that something is very, very off. And I think that this will all culminate into either the Great Reset or the Great Awakening. I'm hoping it's the Great Awakening. But with regards to the reaction videos, what we're trying to do, we're not just doing reaction videos, we're trying to diversify, we're trying to do different stuff. We're doing the BNT Family collection. We did something that was quite a departure for us, didn't we, with VI? the video we did.
Yeah.
That was a really good video. I enjoyed that.
Yeah. Well, it's something that I've been wanting to do for a while. Metallica was kind of the last thing that got put into place with me, because I've always wanted to do like a collage video or a collection of images and film that describes what is going on at the moment, but has no linear base. I wanted it to be kind of all over the place because that's what 2020 has been like. Been all over the place. It's been unpredictable. So we wanted to make a video that didn't concentrate on one thing. It was kind of an umbrella about everything, that COVID, child trafficking, 5G, you name it. We tried to put it all under this one umbrella with no rhyme or reason to it. But one thing that we did plan, putting you in between David Icke and Sidney Powell. We bookended you in there. So that you're in very good company.
You said there about how trying to umbrella it all. So would you say that all these things, like with COVID and child trafficking and everything, do you think they're all connected?
Oh, 100%. Absolutely 100%, bro. I think that they're all byproducts of one another. And you look at Democrats, you look at Biden and Harris, look at Joe Biden, for example, his history of being touchy-feely, not just with women, but with children. It's all connected. It's connected from the politicians to the actors, to the money people. It's all connected. It all adds up to one another. So that's kind of why it was our way of saying, okay, we've been down this rabbit hole for the past 6-7 months. This is what we've discovered. So the reason why we called it the Eye was it's through our eyes, it's through other people's eye, but most of all, everything that we caught has been caught through one eye, which is the camera.
Yeah.
And that's why we called it the Eye. Obviously, the song is called Eye of the Beholder, so it kind of incorporates that as well. The one thing I hope is, I do hope Metallica see it, but I hope that they don't follow me to get the video taken down, because the words are very, very... They resonate as to what's going on at the moment, the words of the song. So that's why I chose that song. Well, we chose that song.
What if you discovered that Metallica were part of this system?
They probably are. The thoughts crossed my mind.
Yeah.
Thoughts crossed my mind that Metallica are part of this system, but if they are, we're using their own words against them.
You mentioned about BNT Family, which is something you recently started. What made you want to start that, and how did that come about?
Shaz and I were kind of brainstorming, because what we wanted to do was just putting reaction videos out, and nobody wants to watch a 40-odd minute, 1 hour reaction video. So we were kind of brainstorming as to how we can, shake things up and make things, a little bit, not just easier, but different, do something different. And we thought, we're small content creators, not in terms of, but in terms of some subscribers. Why don't we help other people, not just with low subscribers? I mean, we're hoping to get Sonia, Dr. Coleman, we're hoping to get, those people on our, on the BNT family as well. We want to kind of highlight the people who are uploading to BNT and uploading regularly, but kind of perhaps aren't getting the video seen. Now, Angel Realm we did first. She's got quite a few subscribers. But we wanted really to talk to Angel Realm because of her motivation doing this. The reason why we wanted to talk to you and do this for you is because you put out some very, very, very interesting videos that people need to see. And also, we want to help you get your subscriber count up on BNT, at least to a par as where we are, and hopefully more, because your videos deserve to be seen. Next week, we're going to be doing, I don't know if you've seen him on BNT, but we're going to be doing Ash S.
Yeah,
I
I've
think we call
seen
him
them.
Ash We Are the News now. We're doing him next. After that, we're basically inviting people, BNT content creators, if they want us to do a series on them, we're quite happy to do them. And we've also just got the website as well, which we're updating. The whole section on BNT Family there. We've got a page dedicated to it. Angel's videos are up there. These videos that we've made with you are going to be up there. And then there's a section after that that basically says, if you're a BNT creator, get in touch. We'll watch 2 of your videos and we'll talk to you about them.
Yes, I think that's really good because it's all a community then, and I think that's what BNT is, just a huge, big family essentially.
Exactly. And I think we're the only people, certainly on BNT, to be doing this sort of content, sort of combined reaction. And I don't like calling them interviews, I like calling them conversations.
Yeah, chats. Yeah, I like that.
Chats.
Yeah.
Chats, conversations, because that's what they are.
Conversations.
Yeah. Those were the funniest things about the Grand Tour. But no, we wanted to do something different. I mean, we're not journalists. I know that's something that you are aspiring to, and you are a journalist as far as we're concerned. We're not journalists. We're just 2 ordinary. There's nothing special about us, is there? We're just 2 ordinary people off the street. You started a reaction channel. It went into a completely different type of reaction channel than we ever thought it ever would be. We never ever thought that we would be creating this content. We were just happy creating reactions to like Ricky Gervais and Carl Pilkington and news bloopers and game show fails and stuff like that, which are all great, but there's a lot more important subjects to be talking about right now. And maybe if we ever get back to some semblance of normality, we can go back to that type of content. But right now, we kind of feel that the content that we're putting out it does people more good than perhaps making them laugh. And I know that laughter is good.
Do you feel, even though you wasn't expecting it, do you feel thankful that you are making the content that is not reaction based now, as in the content that's more down the rabbit hole? Are you thankful to be doing that?
I am. Yeah. You? Yeah. It's not been a pleasant journey for us. No, it's been quite harrowing in parts. It's forced us to confront a lot of what we thought about the world, a lot of what we thought about ourselves, and a lot of what we thought about humanity. And it's forced us to kind of confront some of those issues. Now, some of the issues we've confronted and we've been fine with. Some of the issues we've confronted and we've struggled. But what we're doing now is just taking one day at a time. We have no plan, we have no rhyme, we have no reason. We're just doing what everybody else does, and we are going through life flying by the seat of our pants. We hope to carry on creating more content, don't we, like this? We think, yeah, I mean, I don't think that we're a huge force for good in the world, but I think we're doing our part. I think we're doing our bit to help raise awareness through a medium that people can relate to, because people watch Gogglebox, people watch reaction channels. As far as I know, certainly on BNT, nobody else is doing what we're doing, reacting to videos. I think Addy Ads has done a few of them, but not dedicated. But certainly sitting with fellow creators like yourself, like Angel, and like having a chat about not just putting the world to rights, but about the process of creating videos, which I love. I love the creative process. And youth learning editing at the moment, aren't you? And you like editing, so it's been not just it's not just been a journey, it's been a learning curve for us both. Because it's taught us about the world, but it's also taught us how to edit video. It's taught us how to do all these things to get our message out. I don't know if that's the answer to the question that you.
Yeah, no, it is. Yeah. I think same here. It is one of them things where it's not just about learning about the state of the world, but just improving the content and skills and sort of becoming more creative. You said about the future, so what are your future plans for the channel?
We'll just try to keep it as fresh as possible. We do intend to, carry on the BNT Family series. We haven't actually done any reaction videos over the past months, really, over and above that. Not many at all. We've been rather lazy. But then again, I wasn't very well for a few months. So that kind of stopped me doing it. And you haven't been very well either. So we've both kind of been under the weather. We're both okay now, but just basically to keep putting out the word and to try and help people, not wake them up, but help people wake up. Because only they can wake up, only they can make the decision to wake up themselves. That's basically the like I said, we don't really have any plans. We just take one day at a time, but we do plan to carry on with the BNT Family series. We also want to make more videos like the Eye.
Definitely, that would be good to see that.
Yeah, like, for example, I was listening to Black Velvet the other night by Alan and Miles, which is a song about Elvis Presley. And it came into my head to do a video of just Elvis, just clips of Elvis with Black Velvet playing in the background. But I think there are more important videos to make at the moment. And there's a couple that we've got kind of rolling around in the old noggin, but we'll get them out. But yeah, the Eye was something. It was kind of, I don't know, it was like a burst of consciousness from us, really. It was kind of, this is what we've learned. We're going to show you what we've learned. So it was kind of like that. It was kind of spontaneous for us. We just thought, we'll make this video, put this video together, and we set it to Eye of the Beholder because the words have resonance and relevance. And we just plan to do more stuff like that if we can. We may even do some other stuff that we've not even conceived of. We may learn about some editing technique that we can kind of enhance to either make new content or improve the content that we're making at the moment. But we certainly want to do more chats with people.
Yeah,
certainly
definitely.
Want to sit down with more people. I mean, we have asked Mohammed if he wants to come on this and talk about the videos that he's made, but I think that he's a bit busy at the moment, so we're going to leave that on the back burner for a bit. Dr. Coleman's very busy. We're going to approach Sonia and hopefully get her on.
I mean, it doesn't hurt, trying. Exactly. Yeah. So, my last two questions are, well, firstly, if you had a message that you would want to say to people, what would it be?
That's a good question. Yeah. Life's shit, but don't take it too seriously. Because not only are they trying to stop us being together in a physical, they're trying to drain the humour out of the world as well. We need humour. We need that ability, that release to be able to laugh. So I guess the message I would say is take life seriously, but don't take it too seriously. Stop and smell the roses. Stop and have a laugh. Stop and remember what it's like to actually be human and not an automaton or a number or a slave, whatever it is. you have a message? And that's mine.
Is live life to the full.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Of each minute as it
Because life is too short.
It is far too short.
Yeah.
But see, I'm quite a weird guy because I go from one extreme to the other. So I went from being a devout Christian to a rabid, militant atheist. 3 years I was militant. I was anyone who believed in God, I thought, I just thought they were fools believing in something for which they have no evidence. But as I've kind of gotten older, I kind of thought, well, I don't know everything about the universe. I don't know everything. There's stuff that's going on that I can't explain. So maybe God is one of those things. Maybe it is a real thing. Maybe we do have a creator. I don't necessarily think it's the Abrahamic God, but maybe we do have a creator and I don't know about it. I just haven't seen any evidence for it, but maybe there is one there. So I've gone from being a devout Christian to a rabid atheist to being completely open-minded. That's we're gonna have to talk.
Yeah, we'll definitely have
a
talk
about
about
the spiritual stuff. Because we're gonna get you on with Angel, and possibly you and Angel could give skeptics, two complete skeptics like Shaz and I, some pointers with regards to spirituality, because you're both in your own individual ways very spiritual. And you're very similar people. This is why we want to have you both.
Definitely.
But yeah, that would be my message.
Yeah.
Take life too seriously.
Yeah, definitely. It's a good message. And yeah, definitely. Both very good messages. And final, my message would be, I think, sort of, just difficult one. I think there's a lot of things I could say, but I think be kind to yourself, look after yourself, but also love everyone else around you, especially your family. Hold them close, especially in times the things we're going through at the moment. Worrying about material things and all that sort of stuff. And I know it's easy to worry about what you can't do at the moment, when I think none of that really matters if you've got a family, you've got a house over your head, and you're able to, you've got food at the table. I think being thankful for the little things in life, and also your family especially, is all that really matters right now. I think that will be my message.
Love yourself,
yes,
as well as love one another.
Yeah.
And don't concentrate on the stuff you can't do. Concentrate on the stuff you can do.
Yeah, exactly. Simplified it down for me. You simplified it down right for me. But my final question to you both would be, what do you think the world is going to be like in the new year?
Depends on the outcome, whether it's the Great Awakening or the Great Reset.
Exactly. I think it depends. I think it all depends on who takes the oath of office January the 20th, 2021. If that is Joe Biden, which I don't think it's going to be, but if that is Joe Biden, I think that we are in America will have fallen, so the world will have fallen. So I think that we will have Boris making a national address saying the way we are going on with regards to climate change is untenable. You must make these changes. Therefore, I'm going to try and sell you the Great Reset. Not everybody knows about the Great Reset. They may have heard the term, but they don't know what it means. Right? That's what I think it will be like if Biden takes the oath of office. If Trump takes the oath of office, then I expect, there's going to be. I'm talking about. There's definitely going to be indictments. There may be tribunals. There may be executions. there will be a D-class. But with regards to life for people, I think it will happen a little bit more slowly if Trump wins. I mean, I've read somewhere that we're expecting the polls to shift very soon. There's polls expected very soon. And I'm talking about for the world, for the planet, not for politics. That may have something to do with our moods. But I think that if Trump gets back in, it will be a bit slower. But I think eventually we'll get free energy. I don't think that 5G will be so much of a thing, or if it is so much, they'll try and find a version of it that isn't harmful to our bodies.
Yeah.
But I think that we will kind of go back to not how it was, but we will kind of get back to a more simplified way of living. Not so much reliance on technology, more reliance on community. Have you ever seen a video called One Small Town Can Change the World?
I have not.
Right. After we've done this chat, go to YouTube and watch it. It's called One Small Town Can Change the World. I think that's a fantastic idea. And if you basically, just in a nutshell, town is provided with free energy, free electricity and free gas or whatever. You work for your community for 3.5 hours per week. Whatever you produce for your community is sold on elsewhere, and then you receive, the town receives money, and then it is all allocated to whoever it works. If you work more than 3.5 hours a week, you get more out of it. You can still keep your job doing it, but it's basically a way of doing away with money, and it will work. If the world took on this plan, it would work, I think. But it starts with One Small Town.
Yeah, I've seen it.
And it's brilliant. Go and watch it. I think it is a blueprint for our future.
I definitely think we'll go to, if things go to plan, I think we'll go to a way of living that is more off the land, back to nature, and also, like you said, community.
Yeah, because that's what we need. Because I mean, we've been living where we are now for 17 years in this place where we are, and we hardly know anybody. That's because everybody goes about the business with their head down and doesn't bother anybody else. And it never used to be like that. I mean, certainly in my lifetime, when I was a kid, I remember my mum, it used to take us like an hour to get home from school because my mum was always stopping and talking to me. And you don't get that anymore. You see people that you haven't seen for a while, and you stop and you chat to them and you shoot the shit, but never stay in touch with them. I think hopefully when all this is done, separation and the segregation that we have been subjected to in these lockdowns, if things get better, it will make us appreciate each other even more and appreciate company and human contact and togetherness and fellowship even more. It's something that we as humans cannot live without. We need contact with other people, whether it's in a romantic situation or a friendly situation or a work situation. We need human contact, and that's what they're trying to take away from us, and we can't ever let that happen, because like you said, divide and conquer. If we're all together, we can win this fight.
Exactly, yeah.
And I think that, more and more of us, as we keep saying, more and more of us are coming on board, more and more people are waking up. But you cannot wake someone up. You have to let them wake up on their own. There will always be people who will always be asleep.
Oh, yeah.
There will be people who will spend their lives with cognitive dissonance, just refusing to look at anything that will alter their worldview. You'll always get those people. Thankfully, they are few and far between.
Yeah, and I think those people, I think it's not, in my opinion, not meant for them to maybe in this lifetime know about what goes on, and that is just the way it is.
But I've always been inquisitive. I've always questioned. I think the last time we spoke, I told you about the history lesson where we learned about JFK, and I was the only one at the end that had questions about it. I've always been inquisitive. I've always questioned stuff. I've always been a skeptic about stuff. I'm still skeptical about a lot of things. But with regards to spirituality, I'm no longer skeptical about that, because one thing I know now that I kind of knew but didn't acknowledge before, is that every single person's spiritual journey and experience is personal. You cannot share what you have experienced adequately with anybody else. So that's why when it comes to spirituality, I'm open-minded. Whether there's a God or not, I'm still...
Yeah.
I mean, you firmly do not believe in God, do you? But do you believe in spirituality? Do you believe that... Or do you know much about it?
I don't know anything about it, but I do know there are a lot of charlatans out there.
Yeah, but there are also people who certainly believe they've got the ability to communicate with spirit.
I don't believe in people who say they can see the dead and communicate.
Well, I think that's Angel.
Oh,
I think she can do that. But yeah, I mean, there are some charlatans, but there are people who are pretty bang on the money. I just haven't had anything like what you and your dad have experienced. Like, I'd love to be able to experience something like that, and my mind is open to doing it, but it's never happened to me, which is why I'm skeptical about it. Because I've never really had anything. I've had epiphanies where, I've had an idea about something, and that to me is kind of close to a spiritual experience when you have an epiphany. That's the nearest thing I've had, but that's it really. I've never had anything with regards to what you and your dad have experienced. Maybe you guys can help me explore that part of my psyche. I mean, I was saying to Angel, I've been trying to get my third eye to open. I've been laying in bed, focusing all my concentration and all my energy on this part of my body. And I've kind of felt stuff happening there, kind of vibrations and stuff, but third eye hasn't opened for me yet.
Yeah,
I don't know if it ever will.
Well, it's one of them things where I think so many people are not aware or are very close-minded, and maybe just sort of see the world as just being physical. But I think the first step to sort of heading down that route is just having, like you said, more of an open mind.
Yeah, definitely. Life's a journey. Life's a learning curve for all of us. And you take what is good, what works for you, and you run with it. Now, that's why I'm always open to trying new things, finding out new facts, trying new experiences and stuff like that, because it's stuff like that that makes your life full and makes your life worth living. The pursuit of happiness, the pursuit of peace, that's what everybody wants. Maybe we should focus more on that than finding stuff to divide us, finding stuff to argue about, finding stuff to fight about. Maybe we should focus more on ourselves and our own spiritual journeys.
Definitely.
Because I believe that, the mind is an incredible tool. It's an incredible muscle. It's probably the most in need of exercise muscle that you've got in your body. And the more you do to enrich it and the more you do to learn, the better equipped you are of navigating this life. Maybe the next life, if there is a next life. I hope there is a next life. I just hope that it's not populated by religious people. We just have one question for you, and that's one of the questions you asked us. Mm-hmm. What does the future hold for Dare to Fly?
Dare to Fly, Well, what I plan on doing is just sticking with my daily uploads and not really focusing on anything in particular, but just the things that I think aren't in the mainstream news, or things that I think people might not be aware of or want to learn more about. And it ranges from stuff with the mind and well-being to diet, fitness, to all the way to all the other topics like aliens, paranormal and spirituality. So that's my plan with that. With the podcast, I've got loads of people lined up, absolutely tons of people lined up for it. So that is something I really want to keep pursuing, because I think hearing from other people is amazing, and hearing their stories and things and learning from other people is what I want to do. But as well, I think just going with it really and seeing what happens, because I've got plans for a lot of bigger content that I want to do. Like, I've got a video on Moloch that I need to finish, and I plan on doing at some point, hopefully this week, something on like the true history of Christmas and what that's based on, and the pagan beliefs and all that sort of thing. So yeah, I just stick with what I'm doing and stick with the podcast and sort of interchange between smaller videos and bigger videos, and then just go with it, because it's a journey.
Don't put yourself under too much pressure to do things daily.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure there have been times when you think, I've got to put a video out, but I've got nothing to put out. Don't put yourself under too much pressure to do it daily. Do it in your time. There is no pressure.
Yeah.
There were times when we first started, when we were thinking, we haven't put a video out today, we're going to have to put a video. Don't beat yourself up. Do it at your pace.
I definitely think, with the podcast, it's quite nice, because on the days that I upload a podcast video, that will be my video for the day, and it gives me the rest of the day to just work on it, something else, or literally take the rest of the day off. So it works out a lot better that way. But I think I'm glad I'm doing the daily stuff, because then it actually means I'm reading more stuff that I didn't know about, and also it's keeping me busy, but busy enough that I can deal with it. Until hopefully my dad can leave his job and help me doing it. So
I mean, that's what we want to do. We'd love to do this for a living.
Exactly.
We'd love to just like do however many videos we'd like and just do it for a living. Hopefully that will come to pass for both of us.
I definitely think so. The more you believe it, the more it'll come true.
But it's been, once again, an absolute pleasure talking to you, Emily. Always is.
Yeah, same for you guys.
You're absolutely right. We always like spending time with you. We will have you back, not just on the Dare to Fly series. I mean, we'll do more series, because that's the good thing about the BNT Family collection, is you can do more than one series. So the next video that we do of yours, the next series, it will be part 4, part 5, part 6, part 7, part 8, part 9. So the more videos that you add, we can keep returning to you, catching up with you, seeing what videos you've done, watching some videos, talking to you about them. It's an ongoing thing, BNT Family. So we'll definitely have you back on. Wild horses won't prevent us from having you back on. But what we'll do is we'll film a separate chat with you and Angel, not part of the BNT Family thing. We'll just film a separate chat where all 4 of us just get on, have a chat, and we'll publish it. Yeah.
Definitely, that sounds really great. And it's like you said, it's a pleasure to speak with you guys as always, because I mean, you're lovely people, and and it's just, having a chat with a couple of friends. So
Yeah. Well, you've got your podcast episode out of it. We've got the part 3 of the conversation out of it. So let's take this and run with it, Emily. We'll keep in touch.
definitely, yeah. I mean, I'd love to have you on again to talk about spiritual and spooky stuff sometime.
Well, we'll do the angel realm thing with you both. Allow us to kind of absorb what you've told us, and then have us back on, and we'll talk about the journey that we've taken.
Definitely, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'd be completely up for that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for doing this, Emily. We really do appreciate it.
Thank you to Denty and Shaz for joining me on the Dead to Talk podcast today. It was amazing to speak with them as always. They are wonderful, wonderful human beings, and I always love when I get to speak to them. Please make sure you subscribe to their brand new YouTube channel and also follow them on Twitter, and I'll include all of their social links and their brand new YouTube channel down below in the description box. I'd like to say that if you'd like to support the channel, please subscribe to Dare to Fly today to get ready to take flight. Turn on notifications so you get notified every time I upload a video. Like and share this video with others. If you'd like to support the channel even further, you can make a one-off donation via my Ko-fi page, which will go towards help buy me some rocket fuel for my ship. Or you can also support the channel via my PayPal, and links to both of those will be down below in the description box. Would you like to come onto the Dare to Talk podcast? Then get in touch. Anyone is welcome to come on and talk about anything and everything. Be it aliens, the paranormal, or something you are really interested in, a passion that you have. If you'd like to appear on the podcast, do get in touch with me. You can leave me a comment down below, or you can get in touch with me on Twitter. My handle is @daretofly777, or you can even send me an email and I'll flash that up on screen now. I hope you all have a wonderful, blessed day wherever you are in the world. Stay true, stay awake, and stay blessed. And as always, fly high, fear less.